Hello guys, so I'll be introducing you to Vray for Revit. So I'll just make it as simple as possible for you to understand. So uh, on the toolbar here we have the Vray. If it's your first time installing it, so you have to just click on this enable Vray. So it's going to enable it for you. You can start using your Vray for Revit. So now that the Vray has been enabled, so I'll just explain what I use most of these settings for, how I use them. So starting from the right hand corner here, we have view specific. What view specific does is, if in case you have created different camera views, this is my 3D view 1, then and I pick another camera view again, that's 3D view 1 and 3D view 2. So when you go back to your Vray toolbar, then what the view specific does is, if you are on, if you come to your when you select the 3D to render, you have 3D view 1, you have 3D view 2. So if you click on view specific, that means any settings you apply here for 3D view 1 will be different from the settings for 3D view 2. So once you have done all your settings here for 3D view 1 and you want to set different setting, maybe a morning scene for the 3D view 1 render, then for the 3D view 2 you are planning to make it a night scene, so you can do another settings for it, like the sun, maybe you use dome light for it instead and use another a night background and all sort of that. So you just make sure that when you check the view specific, you are doing different settings for each of your view. So that's what view specific does. So the next thing I go to settings, and when I'm on settings I just make sure it's on CPU. Then the sampler I use progressive. Then global illumination I set it on irradiance map. Then this is on light catch. Then my GI depth I set it to 10 and ambient I set it to 1. I just use my settings just the way I like to use them. The next thing I go to is this geometry. So I just set it to the highest here. So you can check this autosave if you'll be using the batch render. If you'll be using the batch render, make sure your autosave is on. I'll show you how to use the batch render soon. So on channels, just activate your denoiser and your light mix. Light mix will enable you to change different colors of your bulb, of your lighting components. So if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, you can set it to NVIDIA AI denoiser. So that's what I set on the settings. So we come to exposure. So we have the exposure here. Normally if I'm doing a day render, I set it on 13.2 and I set this on 6000. Understand? But if I'm doing a night render, I start from, like, let's say 4. So it depends on what kind of render you are trying to achieve. So then the next thing we have Chaos Cosmos. Vray 5 upward have this Chaos Cosmos library where you can use the Cosmos components, the ready-made render library. So it actually comes in handy a lot, and it makes using Revit very interesting. So you have a lot you can use. So if you are a first-time user, you should just click here so you can sign up with them and be ready to use. So how you use this is you always need to be connected to your internet, so to enable you to be able to use them. So anyone you feel like using, you just scroll there and download it. Once you click on download, to have this blue checked mark, So you can just click this and it will be added to your scene. So you just, what you do is just download all what you will be needing frequently, download everything down once and for all, so you can use them anytime you like. So this is the online. If you have downloaded all what you need, you can click on downloaded to show you only what you have downloaded. So you just click the green button to add it to your scene and you can get to use it. So we have the appearance manager here. So what you do on the appearance manager is, when you have, I've explained this in a video, I'll explain this now. So on the appearance manager and asset editor works hand in hand. So these are your Revit materials here. All these are Revit materials. So you come to asset editor, you click this checkbox and also click this checkbox. So what you have here are the Vray materials, you understand? So anyone you need at the moment, you just click and right click, then click on add to scene. So once you have added to scene, that's when you can be able to convert your Revit materials to the Vray materials. You can see this glass coated blue and glass coated blue here can now be selected. Do you get? Can now be selected. So you add to scene first here, then you convert it to Vray material here. So make sure you don't add too much bump for this Vray. So yeah, it's better the bumps are just less than one, most of them. So that's how the asset editor and appearance manager works. So on the Vray sun, that's the lighting. So I have Vray sun and dome light. So mostly I use the Vray sun. The Vray sun I use the most. So we'll explain that too soon. So if you want the lights to be on or off, you use this button here. So you can set your resolution here and your render quality here. So here is the render button, which we have the render production, render interactive. We'll be using the render production. So on the render button here we have batch render. So I told you it's not, you can see it's faint. So before you can get it to start working, you make sure you are activated autosave. Then you come to the view selection and check all the views you want to render, batch rendering. You can click on the batch render. So that's all for the toolbars for Vray 5. So we'll be using this to practice the Vray 5 for Revit. So I'll use this simple model to show you how I get some things done. Okay. Just hide. Let me hide this. That was the AutoCAD. That was the AutoCAD file. So I'll just hide them. So we'll focus on what we have to do. So I'll just add some railings to finish this model up. Yeah. Okay. Okay, this is what we have. So I think I'll still add railings to the first floor too. So at least it will look a bit okay. Alright. Okay. Okay, the model is looking a bit okay now. So I think we are good to go. Okay. So the idea is to just show you how to get things done easily with this. I'll just create my site trying to create my site. So when I show you the render, at least it will look okay. And I'm just trying to add a floor to use as the site, because I don't want to render just the model alone. So at least when it comes with a site, we'll be able to add our grass and interlocks. I use the paint tool most of the time. This paint tool, I use it most of the time. Makes things easy for me. Okay, so we'll just create the fence just to look like a boundary. So because when I'm rendering, I don't like people seeing behind the horizon behind. So we'll just use this wall to block the views off from the end. So you check it in. So we'll just pick a camera here. Okay. Now, okay. So you pick your camera like this. Then you can put it on 600 to have a nice view. Okay, so that's adjust this to how you would like it to be. It's not fine, and you can come here and make it look presentable. Display, graphic display options for these: shadows, ambient, sketchy lines. Okay, then lighting, this will be 80, 40, and 10. That's the way I do it most of the time. Then background, I'll put my gradient. Then okay. So I love seeing it like this before I get it rendered. So it will give me some other type of inspiration. So first thing you do in your settings, cross check. We're on irradiance map. I'm on 10 here. I'm on 1.1 here. Okay. Then this on 15. Good to go. Then channels, the noiser is activated. Then the light mix also activated. Alright. So my exposure is on 4, that's for interior. So I'll put it on 13.2. Then put this on 6,000. Then just add a little of this. Okay. Then Chaos Cosmos Asset Editor. Then my view 0.5 for the intensity and the sun size. I'll leave it on 10. The brightness on 70. I'm using one of my best HDRI Sky. So it should be on low. So I'll just have a quick rendering. Then I'll select my 3D view here. Okay. So here's what we have. You can as well just go here and adjust your angle to 45. Okay. Okay. You can see it looks a little bit brighter. That also affects the variation one way or the other. So let's go to the Chaos Cosmos and add some few things just to make our scene look a bit flashy when we're doing our test render. So these are all my downloads. Okay, so I'll be adding this, just place them at strategic positions just to block the scene from behind. Check it, you will see that. Let me just make a test on that first. Alright. I think we are getting there gradually. So asset editor here. Check. Click this and click that. Okay. So these are your textures, my textures. So I make sure not to go past 1 for the bump, because I notice I'm going further for this verify for Revit. Yeah, it looks too bumpy sometimes when you go more than 1. So I just try not to go more than 1. But I believe everybody has their own settings, but I'll choose to use mine. So I'll be adding a few cars to my scene. Okay. Alright, that's good. So this 44, the glass. So this is my setting that I use for my glass. So once you have done all my settings like this, you need to go back to Appearance Manager and check for this glass stone material. Once you get there, you click on 4 so it can be activated. That's under Appearance Manager. So you go to Appearance Manager and scroll down to your glass material. You click on the drop down and you see the 4 or no 4. So you just click on 4. Okay, so let's add some more trees, just a few ones. I think this thing is good enough just to show us something. So I think we can have our test render again now. The settings I used, this is the outcome. So you can also use the same thing and tweak it to your own taste. You can make use of the settings and just adjust to your contented with what you have to. So I just tried to make the video tutorial as straightforward and easy as possible. Okay, I think this is nice. I think yeah, nice. So guys, you can try yours too and let me know how it goes. You can drop your feedback. Alright, thank you guys.